to another episode of Sit with Shy. Today I'm joined with Marcus and Kai, and we're going to be talking about fashion and fashion brands. So before we delve into today's episode, can you give a brief explanation as to who you guys are and what you do?
So my name is Marcus. I've got my own clothing brand called Primrose Path.
I go by Eyes. Some of my friends, personal family members call me Kai. I have two brands, and one of them is revolving around comfortability, and the other revolves around authority and ideals around that.
Lovely. So what actually inspired you guys to create the brands that you have?
So for me, it's probably most of influences from my mother. Like when she was young, when I was younger, she was always like wearing stuff, good stuff. She was always like the best dressed at church and all of that. That's probably like what got me more into fashion. So like when I finally had my own money to buy what I wanted, then that's when my love for fashion carried on from like when I was younger to now.
Sounds good. What about you?
For me, I mean, when I was younger, my nan used to engage me a lot in like her sewing stuff and you know, all of that type of stuff. And I realized that she had like loads of fabrics and, you know, sewing equipment and things like this. After a while, on my mum's side, it went into more IT.
Yeah.
So I became like a designer on more the design side, technically. And then it just ended up mixing them. And then, this is the result.
Cool.
So we got.
So like you're both kind of like streetwear kind of brands.
Yeah.
Do you guys look for comfortability or do you look for style or a mix of both with your brands?
A mix of both heavily for me.
Yeah, like at the moment, I don't want to limit myself to just one style.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's also crucial for me to limit myself so then I can grow that audience and then build that recognition for the brand so then I can develop into what I actually want to do in the future.
No.
So yeah.
Cool. Yourself?
I get that. Do you know, it's kind of funny. It's like having a bounding box. Like if you make a bounding box for, you know, what your interests are, and then you say, right, it's just this for now, rather than all of these hundreds of things. You start to grow it. Like it starts to become something that just becomes natural to you. Every time you do this, that reacts. Okay, we do this. And that's the one thing that I like about like the fashion thing in general, like just the creativity of it. Like that's what really draws me in.
Yeah.
And like trends are always changing as well. Like this year it might be this type of thing, but then next year it might be completely different, or they might even like bring stuff back from years back.
You see it working. You see it work in a style in a cycle. You know what I mean?
Like baggy jeans, for example. Back in the day, it was a thing. Now it's being brought back. Skinny jeans was a thing. Now it's not. It's things like that.
I'm sure fashion is always being recycled.
Yeah.
So if you guys had to get rid of one trend, what are you going to get rid of?
Probably 3/4 still.
Why 3/4?
You know what? Those are dead.
And Kai always like loves going into them 3/4.
Listen, do you know what it is? Yeah, the 3/4 lengths, they're comfy. Like I have shorts in it, and it's just like if I got my shorts, if these are longer, bro, these would be 3/4 lengths. What are you talking about? Like I would have them down. I'd have them down here, like they're hot. You know what I mean? But listen, it's swinging though. It's
That's literally what it looks
that's
like.
how school days hat. I'm not trying to.
No, I just don't go for that.
And what would you get rid of?
Do you know what? You'll have to call me back out on that. You know,
Alright, cool.
I'll have to come back on that one. I'll think about it. I got to beat you on that one. That's rude. Still, that's rude.
What do you think they should bring back? So if you think into the past, what fashion trend would you bring back?
I like my baggy clothes, man. Like I really do like my baggy clothes. And there's a couple more trends that I've seen. You know, brands like True Religion, like they do like their over stitching, their top stitching is like really, you know, it's really out there. They like to make it more prominent. I like stuff like that. You know, like details, like bringing the details out. Any brands previously that were doing more detail stuff now is like really plain. Like just blank tee, some text. Text ain't even that good.
Just the basics.
It's just like as long as it looks like it's Primark, but it's not Primark and it's expensive as fuck. People are happy.
The details, the actual quality of the garments.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably like a specific item.
A specific item.
Probably like flares.
Flares.
Oh yes.
I really like flares.
I
Honestly, Kai always sees me in flares, and he's always telling
those flares are dead. Them flares are dead. You see the orange, them orange flares, yeah, with the little rivets. Those are dead. The summer joints. Those are.
But you've seen my smart flares. They're pretty good.
Listen, no, you have a pair of I'm not sure what they are, but those are nice. They're slightly flary. Yeah.
It's the Stussy smart trousers.
Yeah, those joints are alright.
They look alright. See,
It's
the way that you wear it.
Yeah, maybe it's the way that you done it. If you've done it properly, then yeah.
If you guys had to think of someone who dresses really well, who would you think of? Who do you look for like fashion inspo?
Marcus.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, like, I'll probably influence a lot of people around me.
Yeah.
Like famous people probably. This one footballer, Hector Bellerin.
Okay.
He dresses pretty good.
What's the style?
Just like flares, but then like loafers, like I don't know how to say it. It's like a wife beater vest.
Okay, right. Okay, cool.
That's what always called.
Yeah.
But it's like just like the vest things.
Okay, yeah.
And then like an open shirt, like a button shirt,
Okay.
like short sleeve.
Okay. That's a style. Okay.
How about yourself?
Do you know what? I don't really. I'm not really attracted visually to like celebs and like their interests and things like that. Personally, yeah, it just doesn't catch me. Like the whole celeb thing just doesn't really catch me. I'm not really too sure, but I see a lot of stuff on Insta. Like there's so much stuff that I see on Insta that will come up, just trends, and obviously because that's my algorithm, I see my own interests. I don't have a celeb to just put it on and just be like, that's someone I like, but no, not for the moment.
I understand that though.
Not for the moment.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the celeb thing. I'm just not too super drawn to it. But I send you stuff all the time. I'm like, yo, I like how they dress, or like, this is my kind of style.
But it's not like famous people, it's just like how people actually look.
Yeah, maybe just popular people, or people that are just in the limelight, I suppose. But yeah.
Or like just day-to-day people as well, like that's what you're trying to go for. That's your audience.
Yeah, I mean, you got stuff like there's artists like Travis Scott. There's artists like, Travis Scott and Don Toliver kind of got a similar style, but you know, there's artists like that. I like that streetwear kind of, you know, artist look. That appeals to me for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So do you guys prefer stuff that's like more tailored, or do you like loose fitting stuff? Like what kind of thing do you go for?
Depends. Like there's days that I like loose things, like trackies, hoodie, like just comfortable. And then days that I like to dress up a bit more, so like my loafers, my flares.
Ooh, bougie. Cool.
But yeah, like a little shirt or something. Then there's days that I actually dress up like full on suit.
Yeah.
Double-breasted suit.
There's a day that you don't see Marcus.
Oh no.
For the special events.
Yeah, the special event. Yeah.
Right, where do you guys both see your brand in the next like 5 years or so? Where would you like to see your brand?
I would like to see my brand pushing a lot more in the community in general. Like I wanna make my brand part of the community in a certain way where if you're there, you know that you're gonna see it.
Okay.
Like you can't go to an outlet and then not see people in like Ralph Lauren and Nike and Hollister or some Ray-Bans glasses. Bro, every outlet in the world pretty much got like Ray-Bans glasses. You literally can't run away from it. Or Oakley. I've never even found interest in that brand specifically, but you know you always see it.
Yeah.
So it's like that outlet scene, I want to bring Alchemisthues to it, because that's for me.
Yeah, I like that. How about you?
Probably in 5 years, like have an actual location of my store, either here or back in Portugal, depending on my life situation.
What about an outlet?
An outlet, like put my stuff out in outlets, but I want to have like my actual own.
Your one store. Yeah.
But yeah, just like one store for now. In the next 5 years.
I feel like I might put my stuff in an outlet before putting it in like my own store.
Why's that?
Because I feel like I want it to be seen again like by community more than it just being like cool. Just a one store, you know what I mean?
You can bring that community into your store.
No, 100%. But I want the community to like, I want it to be part of their environment, innit?
Yeah.
So I could have 10 stores that don't have my name on it, but got my name inside it. Or I could just have one store and paying hell of rent. You know what I mean? Like trying to get out the door, like.
Yeah, in that sense, yeah. But you can also like just grab that store and use the most out of it, like not just to sell your product, but like to do other stuff in it.
No, you're right.
Have events in there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, there's like different things that you can do with that store.
No, you're dead right
It's
with
not
that.
just about selling your stuff.
Okay,
Oh.
okay, we like that. Okay. Business ideas of Marcus.
So it's not just clothes for you guys, it's like a movement or like a culture they're trying to create. With
Yeah, 100.
Right, okay, cool. It's like both of your brands, I've looked at both of your Instagrams and you guys are both growing really well. So like well done to the success that your brands bring
Appreciate
in.
it.
Thank you.
What do you think's attributing your success so far? Like where do you
Probably
think it come
like
from?
each other. Like not just each other, but like other people around us as well. Like we're talking about the brands, we're developing ideas together, just like helping each other as well. Like or even like just friends that are not even into that side of creativity, but just about sharing your posts.
Yeah.
That helps as well.
That stuff is super important. Like the one thing that I feel is that like a stranger will always help your stuff, innit?
Yeah.
And if you got like friends of friends, bro, those are strangers too. Do you get me?
Sure.
And sometimes people try and go for the whole like find new customers. It's not about that. It's about finding new people who you can inspire or like new people that can feel engaged. Because as soon as you start excluding people from stuff, bro, they'll work against you. Like you're it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You need your people. Like even if it's just like you can put people's music on in the background, or you can, you know, you got your people that do design. Some people are just there for vibes. Like you just need whatever their talent is there. It's
benefit from them.
100.
That's so important.
Like if they're helping you, and you're also helping them, that's like already capturing their audience with.
Yeah, that's a collab. That's a nice little collab right there.
Together.
Yeah.
And obviously you need to like also get the actual like stuff that you're posting needs to be to a targeted audience. So like, you can't just like pick someone randomly like, oh yeah, let me just do it because I know them. Like, like you're there to actually build your brand as well. Like help not just the person that you're doing it with, but like yourself as well. You want to develop that into.
I think an interesting thing on that, just to add is, if you put up a post now, how many new people are going to see that post?
True.
You get it? Whereas if I put up the post to you, they've never seen that content from me. Do you get it? So it's like, you have to work with people. If you don't, it's like, you're not going to get different perspectives. You know what I mean? That's literally, that is how the world spins. You have to get different perspectives.
Quick question. For people who are like, I don't want to say sensitive, but maybe people that are like not open to like criticism from other people. Yeah. What would you advise them to do? Because obviously you do need feedback from like when you're doing a brand, any sort of brand, not just fashion. What would you do?
Got to pattern up, man. You start listening to people, bro. Like this, you have to listen. You have to listen to others because others have done what you've done before you. Even if they haven't done it well, you know, you take what's going on in their head and just use it. Because you can be inspired by it. You can make something new. Literally. Because other people, like everybody's trying to see the new idea and that, but when you actually grow it and then you take care of it and then you realize, okay, I need to give it attention and more attention. You watch it grow, like it will start feeding back to you. It will start fruiting. Do you get what I mean? And that's when you realize, oh, okay, we can do it like this or like. That's important. It's like, what advice would you give to? There's a lot of people out there that are trying to start a new business, and it is a scary thing. Like, what motivated you guys, or what keeps you guys motivated now? Each other. Like, find out what your people do and engage with them. Because you don't know what's around the corner. Do you get what I mean? Like you don't know who your people are and what they do and what their interests are. It could help you. You know, you never know. Like your closest people or your grandma might want to sell your stuff, and it's just like, bro, I've been needing that. Like I've been trying to find a plug for that, but you know what I mean. But your grandma would do it for free. Like
Yeah.
Okay, like taking a little turn. Like, what's your individual brand ethos, or what would you say? Like, what's your brand all about?
Actually, like, I had to think about that one. I want to probably make it inclusive and transparent.
I like that.
So like, what I show is what you'll get, and in a good quality as well. And like, it's not just like if you like it, just wear it.
Yeah.
Like if you're a female and you see a man's item that you want to wear, just wear it.
She gonna take her boyfriend's jumper anyway.
That or the other way around, vice versa.
Yeah.
Like if you see it, obviously
Well, you
some people don't
her bras on it.
No, not bras.
Okay.
But like some people they don't see, but I would wear a skirt.
Yeah.
Not like a mini skirt.
Yeah.
But like I would probably like wear a long skirt.
Okay.
But like in that sort of thing. But not everyone will go that way.
Yeah.
So like if you like it, just wear it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if it caters to you and you feel comfortable with it, go with it. Because at the end of the day, yeah, people are only going to categorize something just so they can make money out of it for you. Do you get it? Like if someone categorizes it and goes, "Oh, this is for that person," yeah, they're only saying that because they want to cater to that person directly. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't let people like categorize your thing and tell you like that's dead. Personally, the ethos of my brand is comfortability. I want people to just feel comfortable doing what you do. Like I'm probably not gonna make things that are like skirts specifically because I feel like that's specific. As an ideology, it's specific within society for a gender. Taking back from that, I would probably make products that are just like baggier clothes or stuff that's tight and it's just like both can wear it without it having like a stigma. For me, comfortability is just taking away those stigmas and replacing it with just.
You know how comfortable a skirt is.
Hey, listen. I don't want to know what you're wearing under it for it to be comfortable. I hear it, and that's where it comes from. It's the comfortability. Do you know what I mean? As long as people feel comfortable, just be happy. Like that's what the brands. That's what the brands are about. I feel.
I hear that. So like I've known you guys for a number of years. Like, when did you guys know that you were starting to get into fashion? Because I didn't know you was into fashion until not long ago. Yeah.
Well, I actually started my brand back in secondary school with my friends, our friend Daniel. But then like recently, like we stopped for a while, and then recently I just wanted to go back into it, like actually do what I wanted to do back in the day. So obviously now, ever since I started again, Eyes as well, he was into it as well, so we just connected from there.
It's just what makes you. It's like you know when you get that feeling of like freedom. And it's just like that's just how I felt when I got into fashion. Like I see getting into fashion is weird, isn't it? Because some people say, "Oh, like how much do you know about fashion?" I don't feel like I know anything, can I? Realistically, you know, I'm not one to just get out collages and start cutting them out. It's not my interest. What I do like is the design of it. So I come from like motion graphic and I've gone, I like clothes are cool, let me recreate them, remade them, and I thought there's something missing that like these guys aren't catching on to you. Like I've got a little something in my head.
Not sure
like there's something in my head that's like no, we need to change it. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
And that's when I started getting into it. And I suppose that was like, what, 4 or 5 years ago now? I was just working on like some designs and stuff, and it catered towards fashion a little bit more. I've done a little bit of modelling and stuff like that as well. So I've been around stylists and
Interesting.
I suppose that's where it comes from.
Sweet. How would you both describe your personal styles? So if you could describe your own personal style, what would you say?
Hey, you should describe my style.
Actually, let's go on then.
Alright, that's fine.
Yours is like, in my head, This depends, innit? Because this is like a Tuesday and a Saturday Marcus is different, isn't it? You know what I mean? Or if you're wearing a skirt and a bra. But no, it's like I see bro with like some chinos.
Chinos?
Or, yeah, like some chinos or like some work pants that are just bare long.
Yeah.
And either some Yeezy crap or something different, something that's just like, yeah, slim fit top.
A slim fit top?
Yeah, slim fit top.
Recently.
Yeah, because recently your Primrose stuff, yeah, slim fit. And then, yeah, and a cap, maybe I'm thinking bucket hat. That's what's in my head.
Ooh, okay.
That's in my head.
I haven't worn bucket in time, so.
Yeah, you should bring that back. Bring back the trends.
That's what I want to do actually. My next garment that I want to get is bucket hats.
Yeah.
For Rolling Loud in Portugal.
Yeah.
So hopefully in this next month or so,
I like
get
it.
that development. But for you, you're very comfortable. Like you're just like, see what's there, you'll put it on. Yeah. Like just a quick t-shirt, quick tracksuit bottoms or shorts.
Hey bro, if I see it, yeah, I'm putting it on, bro. Like, you see this in a drawer? Hey bro, it doesn't exist, you know. It doesn't, bro.
No, you just go straight to what you see first.
Yeah, literally. Even today, yeah, I was like, I was wearing my orange t-shirt and I was on the phone. I was like, how long is it gonna be? Did it like until we? And I opened the bag, I see my top, I dragged it, I was like, Marcus bro, I found my black top, I'm wearing it right now bro, like, gas. Because I was thinking, what am I going to have for my shoes? And yeah.
You don't really think about it that much, you just go straight to it.
Yeah, literally. If I see it,
I'll probably
colour coordinate from what I see.
What I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Like I'll think about it the day before.
I feel like you like creamish colours a lot more though.
Neutral.
Yeah, neutral creamy colours and
yeah.
Does that reflect into your brand? Like your favourite colours? Are there colour schemes within your brand that you say you would stick to, or nah?
Well, yeah. Initially, at the moment, I've only got the t-shirts and it's just black and white. So that's something that I'm going into more.
Yeah.
And throughout all of the releases that I will do will probably be mostly black and white. But like the main colours is like in between purple and red, like it's like my own hex code that I found.
Yeah.
So that's the colour that I want to go to.
Ooh, nice.
I like that question, yeah, because not just because it's about colours. I love my colours. I love my colours differently. Like
as he finds like so many good colours.
Bro, I will be on Photoshop just like taking out colours and noting them down.
Yeah.
Like I've done that bare times. It's stupid.
Is this the this one?
Yeah.
No.
This is the other one. This is the one that wasn't meant to exist because they did it
no,
wrong.
but there's one
it's still
that
dope.
he has like all of the colours individually. Like it's
Really?
It's sick.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had to show it off.
Yeah.
The one thing about the colours is that for me, again, it's about comfortability. Like I never originally thought I'm gonna put pink on my t-shirt. I said that like when I done this, I didn't actually like it. But then the reason I grew accustomed to it is because I was like, I need pink on a t-shirt because it goes for everyone. And if you can wear it and you can feel comfortable, then you're beating it really, innit? Like you know what you're doing. But I never actually thought I was gonna put pink on one of my t-shirts, especially a black one, because it's like I wear black a lot and I don't wear pink.
Yeah.
So for me to do it, it's like it's a thing for me. But then I came up with the colours for the brand. Alchemisthues is like purple, black, kind of darkish colours, and it's mainly that. Just stick with like the blueberry and that's it.
Yeah.
And then we got a staff which has got like the safety orange, the black and grey tones, some navies, pink, and then that's kind of it. But like that safety colour is coming from like stuff like construction, that type of stuff, and it's literally just, it looks like a work shirt. I've been told that bare times. It looks like a work shirt, and it's just like that sits the vibe for me, just from the colours and the tones. You get me?
It's a staff shirt.
Yeah, that's my staff shirt.
It's good though, you have different stuff to influence or to fit the personalities of loads of different people.
Yeah,
because some people do like just black and white, and then some people do like
that's fashion though. Like people put on colours every day or like different drip. It's just like, this is how I feel, or this is, you know what I mean? That's how I want to express myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably more into like the neutral colours. Like easy for the eye.
Yeah. I like nudes and neutral stuff as well. But then I have moments where I love to wear really bright colours.
Yeah,
so,
some like lurid, bright,
especially summertime, crazy colours. Like, so like for both of you guys, I would say that when I was looking through some of your stuff, it's kind of like edgy and fresh. Do you guys do like a lot of research to kind of keep up to date with a lot of things, or are we?
Yeah, like trends are always changing. Like with Instagram, like the algorithm before, the type of content that you used to post was mainly just like face captures of photos. But now Instagram's algorithm wants you to do reels.
Yeah.
So like more videos. So like that also develops into like what you actually have to focus on what you're pushing with your brands and yeah.
No, 100. No, you hit me there. Still, I was thinking, okay. The funny thing is about Instagram and the way they changed that system is that, yeah, they're going for more videos, but like, what are people taking the videos of? And then they like include like these filter types and, you know, even like the boomerangs and like just the way that the videos are, like they got these presets in it, these edit presets. And it's just like, what are they trying to go for? What do they want? And it's just all about style and things speeding up, slowing down and, you know what I mean?
That's true.
It's like...
It captures the eye.
Yeah, it captures the eye. And it's like, how can people wear stuff or look and it be more appealing? It's just everything is about looking slick or, you know... But that's what Instagram is. You will never get something like that on like Twitter.
True.
You know what I mean? But you would get something like that on Snap.
No, but yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't use TikTok. Like, do you get like that same kind of stuff on that?
Probably Instagram. A lot of Instagram videos are inspired by TikTok.
Yeah. Now it's kind of like his little brother that can punch it up now.
Yeah.
It's like it's come along. He's like, "Oh God, it's good, yeah."
Bigger than Instagram. but yeah, you have to be on like all of the socials to. Because some people are on Instagram but not on TikTok. Some are on TikTok but not on Instagram. So you have to be on all of them to capture all of the audiences.
I remember when I was talking to you about, I want to put up like some of my pics on Pinterest.
Yeah.
And I was saying I have a specific concept. Like, if I was to put up pics on Twitter or Gram, it wouldn't look the same as what I'll put up on Pinterest. I'd want to be inspiring people completely different.
Because that's the initially where people get inspired from Pinterest. Like if you put your stuff there, like your pictures, how your pictures or videos, how you're styling your actual garments, they will get inspired and probably develop their own idea. And
exactly that.
Also falls into the community that we're trying to.
That's where we want to hit, and we want to hit that area where it's just like we're giving to people, and they're giving back, and it's literally a trade. And I want it to be a continuous handshake at one point, where it's like we're always just helping each other. Because at the end of the day, if I mention somebody, at some point or another, somebody else is going to hear me mention them.
True.
So they're going to either feel inspired by what they do or what I do, and that's the reason why they're watching it, or the reason why they're there. You know, if you can't get anything out of it, then it's just leave it alone.
I hear that.
You know.
And then along the lines of inspiration, like what brands actually inspire you guys, would you say?
Like
so probably my most like recent ones is Ami Leon d'Or, which is like some French brands.
Yeah.
Obviously some people don't like them, not you, Cortez.
The side eye.
You don't like it either, do you?
Huh? I mean, they're great brands. It's just like we all do our own thing, innit? I think we're all looking for ways that we want to kind of connect with people. I like brands that whatever you're trying to do, it's obvious. You know, whatever you're trying to do with it, just keep on pushing that and just go for that, because that's where you're gonna get people addicted to it. You know, what other brands like? What other brands you? Tell me something that's more like combat or hiking or something like that.
Combat or hiking.
sports.
But like
Adventure.
that's what I was gonna get into. Misfits rep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. See.
Misfits. Like from what they used to produce back in the years to what they're producing now is like completely different, and that's exactly what I.
Do you think that was a maturing stage, or do you think that was more?
I feel like it was a maturing stage because that's what I want to do. I want to release what I feel like at the moment feels right, but then I want to see what I'll do in like 5 years and then look back at what I was previously doing and see the difference. And like then like at the moment now, and now I'm looking back at now, I'm like, yeah, this is how I was feeling back then.
Yeah.
And I'll, over the years, you'll just see like different ways of.
But this is like, I remember being in school with Marcus, and it's like, remember when you just get told to like write down these stories, and man would just be, I'll write down a story, 20 minutes later, that story's getting scrapped, you know. The story's getting scrapped. It was the best story ever anyone's ever heard. It's getting scrapped. It's going in the bin. Teacher hates me now because she's like, where's that story? Bring it back. And it's just like, you continue to mature because it's like, you have to just get more XP, more and more, you know. You make something new, okay, cool, that old one, it's dead. But what you have to realize is, just write your story, just keep on upgrading it. It doesn't matter if it ends up being different to how it was before. You can look at 1,000 brands, and you can look at all of the logos that they've had. Hey, you see their first logo?
Come back to words, you know. It's just about developing your idea, like, not just.
But then you'll get companies that are like Nokia. They won't change. Like their old logo look like relatively. I don't want to go too far back because their old logo was something way completely different. But as this times come on, they're changing less and less because that's the maturing. They know where they're at.
That's true.
Even with my team, do you remember when I first made it? He had a hood and he had the hands and he had all sorts of stuff. It's just like trim it.
It's just no idea is stupid. It's just about developing.
Trust me, exactly that.
Like using the idea and making something better.
You can only say that you'll go back on yourself and be like, oh, it was stupid, but it wasn't stupid, it was a learning curve, but because you're still learning, you just be like, oh, it was stupid, it was a mistake, or it was, you know what I mean, but it's an experiment, so can't really,
I really like what you said. I was literally replaying it back in my head. It's true, no idea is stupid, but I feel like we're made to think that we can't reach our dreams or do certain things because the idea is too big, and it's not. That's really cool.
You just have to have the idea and then work backwards. Like know how to
engineer that shit.
That leads me nicely on to like, what is you guys' creative process? So when you're making your designs or you're thinking about new designs, how do you actually go about doing it?
It's different all the time.
Is it? Okay.
For me,
Canva.
He always gets on to me because I use Canva, but he's more technical than me on the computer. He's got all of his 3D AI, not AI, 3D programs, all of that.
I am the AI.
You just give him an idea and he'll put it into that.
Run away with it.
Wow.
I mean, for me, sorry, did you want to go off of your...
No, it's just different all the time. Like,
tell us about a process though, like something that you go through that's different to another process.
I got a logo or design, and then that design I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt, on trousers, shorts, whatever garments I want to make. But then that's like I started from that design. But other times I'll probably start from the garment first, and then get the design into it.
How did that change? How did that change where you are now? Do you know?
It's probably because I'm just starting and I don't really know as much as I know. And that's just the way that I'm thinking right now.
You just got it's just like understanding the work frame. Like people seem to forget, that when it comes down to the creative, like what we have, people be like, oh yeah, you've got something. Like the only reason I've got something is because I've got 1,000 reference images cough over here, I've got all of these strings that tie all of these images. I've got this workflow that I've been through, I've got works, garments that I've wanted to make. I've created my ecosphere. Do you get me? So when you say to me, oh, but would you ever do shorts? I've got something I can talk to you about my short. Would you ever?
Ideas
How would
go
you-
into ideas.
Yeah, like ideas go into ideas because you have to have already been there. Like you create your ecosphere or work back from it.
Yeah.
It's like a sonar radar.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It has something to bounce back from because
Jeez. Oh, that was profound.
you get
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Like that's just how I feel about it.
Exactly.
When you first go into something, it's crazy. Like
Yeah.
you feel so overwhelmed, but that's because you don't have nothing to bounce it from.
Mhm.
It just beams and it's just going.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's yeah.
So you guys have, to be honest, examples, good examples for people that are trying to start new things. Because some of you, like one of you is like far into your journey, and one of you is not so far into your journey. But it's good to see that like you can do it.
There's so many different parts of the journey though to upgrade, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're just here to
Yeah.
to help each other out and start what we want to do.
You gotta make sure you have your peoples as well though. Like
Yeah.
never be like afraid to say to people like, oh, I need help.
Mm.
Like bro bell me over something random and I'll be like, bro, bun that. Listen, I need your help with something. And he's just ready to hear like, what I have to say. And then once he's helped me,
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. Alright, I'm not stressed. Alright, what was you talking about before? He's like, I don't even remember. But like, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you need your peoples there. Like, if you got someone that can, you know, you're trying to get into photography, bro, go shout 3 of your brethren that you used to go uni with and be like, oh, talk to me about cameras, you know, f-stop or whatever. Like, just learn about it. Just
Or get them as well to take photos of stuff for you.
Yeah.
word. And
Help them develop their skills.
literally get them to shoot for you. Go, literally try something. Try anything you can.
Yeah.
I feel like being a brand owner as well and getting things like different aspects of different things. So like getting photographers to do something, but multiple photographers, you see all of them do things a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're close with a photographer and you can tell them like, oh yeah, this photographer done it like this, so like you can help them develop their skills into that.
That's what the thing about the photography scene that I like a lot is how they share each other's work.
True.
And I've seen photographers share a lot of each other's work. They don't really care, innit? And the way that they get inspired off of each other is like, it's really powerful, innit? I know a bunch of photographers that when I look at their work, I've shared their work to my brethren, and I'm conscious about who I share my work to or their work to, because I'll remember, you know, say I share this guy's work to that guy, a couple weeks later I'm seeing them in comment sections with each other. I'm like, bro, that is beautiful stuff. Like that is exactly what we look for, because when I shout bro, I want you to go, yeah, bro's coming as well, let's go. You know, let's get cracking. I love nothing more than that. You know, if I say to Vads, oh, we're doing this and this, oh yeah, bro's gonna be there, or oh, bro's not coming, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just one of those things. It's like your people, make sure your people are involved, feel involved, don't exclude your people, innit? Like excluding people stuff is whack.
It is. Just help each other, guys. It helps to help each other, really. Okay, what's the most popular garment today on you guys, like site or Instagram or whatever?
It's just this t-shirt right now.
So that t-shirt, guys, is the most
It's
popular.
alright.
Yeah.
This
This
is
right here.
all I
This
got
shirt
right
here.
now, so it's the most precious.
Yes.
For me, probably people won't expect this, but the grip tips.
That's what I was gonna say.
What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say your grip tips.
For the first time, the grip tape ended up in an ad.
Wow.
And
Is it?
it wasn't anything majorly big, but it ended up in an ad, and it was just inspiring for me, because it was like I got one person doing their thing, another person doing their thing, and so many people doing their own thing. As you excel and you give people opportunities to go, I just want to help you, or yo, can you do this for me, or you know, try and co-collab with people. It's like someone's pushing their thing so far that at some point that solar beam is going to come back with something very good for you, bro. Do you get it? And when they found it as well, it's like, yeah, bro could be in an ad, and it's like, because you drop them stuff, it could be in there too, or because you're doing works, and it's like that producer that works for them, they might have their music in the background or your music. It's all of that type of stuff, man. That's and for me, the grip tapes is really inspiring because I like skating and I like being able to give people opportunity. So when people bought a skateboard, then it's just like, them man are gonna give you a free grip tape.
Yeah.
You can either grab one off of me, or one of my people will drop you a free grip tape every now and then. We get good people that make good content. Yeah. And that's what we wanna bring out. That good content. Yeah. Good content.
Congrats on that. That's it.
Thank you.
All right. For people who are just starting out with like their fashion brands, how much time or money would you advise them to invest?
$4,000.
Right.
Hey, listen. Now people are gonna think I'm mad for just dropping it like that, but I have to say, you buy a sick computer. Yeah. That could cost you up to like 4 racks. We're talking screens, keyboards, mice, equipment, drives, all that type of stuff. That's gonna run you 3.5, 4 racks. Yeah. Any producer can tell me, you spend money on your stuff, cool. What about your programs, the actual hardware itself, stuff that gets broken? How many artists are just spitting into your microphone? You gotta buy a new one. It's like, bro, all of these things, people finesse your leads, or you lose hard drives, your shit gets corrupted. All of this type of stuff, you're gonna end up spending around 3 racks before you actually get down to it. That's just real. If you're not willing to, if you think about your craft, and you don't think I'm willing to spend 3 racks to 4 racks, you're lost. You're lost completely, because you need a unit. Like, you need a space to work, speakers, monitors, screens, wires, technology. And if you're gonna bring your people around, your people need to feel comfortable as well. All of that other stuff.
And getting that, you're cutting costs because you're doing it yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that as well, at the start, just do it yourself. Just learn that skill. Like, it might take long to learn or long to do, but just do it. Like, don't. You can plan it and all of that, but actually take action with it. And actually do
100.
it. Like, with me, I try to do it with my brands like at least an hour a day. If I do more, then great, but at least an hour. So like every day, because I work a normal job. When I get home, I'm tired. I just want to rest.
I thought you was a celebrity though. no, big thing like.
No.
Okay, you normal job.
Normal job, normal 9 to 5.
Right.
Sometimes until 8 p.m.
Wow.
That's mad. I work a normal job as well, so it's like I actually relate to that.
So I'm tired at home. I just want to just rest.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, no, let's just do an hour. It's either researching or actually developing an idea or doing something. At the moment, I'm editing the pictures that I had a photo shoot recently, so then I can post on Instagram. Yeah. But doing it yourself is long.
It is long.
And until you're at that stage where you can get someone to do it for you, you just gotta sit down and do it.
Well, until we can just get our own interns. Any interns, I'm gonna shout man for the, you know what I mean? One thing I was gonna go off of what you just said, it's running from my brain. Like my brain is a train right now. I'm trying to chase this. What you just said. Can you run me back over what you just said briefly?
So just get after your 9 to 5.
I think the thing you're saying about doing it yourself, it's kind of, it's a weird one. Like, I've rejected people from like doing their works. Like, I do motion graphics, I do 3D animation, I do logos, banners, like whatever man really need. But I've rejected people because in my head, there's the creative director in me that goes, these men could be doing more. And I'm not rejecting them because I don't want to do their works. It's because you need to learn to actually have some self-respect and do some of this for yourself. Yeah, you can send this to a designer, but I'm a designer telling you that I know you can do this yourself. I think you should go and do this yourself. And once you got the key skills of this, and this, bring it back to me. I'll show my life. I'll even do it cheaper. Because the reason I want you to upgrade it is because it will make my life easier. Because otherwise, I'm gonna have to make you 4 designs when I could just do the one design, the mock-up, and I know that's exactly what you want. Because you come to me with something that's not complete. You know, complete your ideas.
Develop your idea into actually what you want to do before you step into doing it.
100.
Think about it. Like don't just like spend half an hour on it and that's my idea.
Get what I'm saying?
Like spend at least like a couple days over it.
That's what I'm saying. You could
talk to people.
You could be making a brand that's about like something nature. You could be, I don't know, something about nature. And then in the background of the logo, and then what's in the foreground, it's those type of things. Like it's so important that you know your brand, because if it's about nature, you could have a picture of a leaf, or you could turn the text into a leaf, or you could. Do you get what I mean? Like there's so many things that you could do it. Why would you do it? What's the reason? What's the transition? The effect? Like, there's so many things that go into it. You know what I mean? And once you start learning your ideas more. That's what we were talking about earlier. It's about mastering it and leveling it up, hitting those prestiges. Like, you're not going to lose nothing once you hit those prestiges, bro. Trust me, you're going to have all of that knowledge.
Like, one idea that me and I's developed recently for my brand was I wanted just a plain picture of my t-shirt just on the floor, just to capture the t-shirt itself. But then we developed it into having the t-shirt on a hanger with my arm actually holding it out, showing my tattoos, and that just creates a different vibe to just like seeing just the t-shirt there. The arm will probably develop into more ideas later on.
It just depends on how it looks.
I'll use from this idea to develop more.
As long as you take one idea from one place, take it to the next, and it's like,
keep moving forward.
What can we do? Keep moving forward. Don't ever like.
Don't be afraid to take the first step.
Word, and don't overthink it either. Like, if you start overthinking, just wrap it up as quick as possible and come back to it. And come back with fresh eyes. And if you don't like it, send someone else. How does it look? Alright, cool. How does it look? Even if you get like 10 people to give you different perspectives, you got something.
It's not school, it's life. You don't have deadlines anymore.
It's true.
Just take the time and think about it.
It's so interesting what you said about like there not being a deadline. I was having so many conversations with people recently thinking like, oh, we're 24, 25, like we have to get everything done at this age. And no, you don't. Like, take your time.
There's designers in the fashion industry that started at like 50 years old and they're already big, but they started at 50. Like, we're already young. That's why I'm saying Wazza, he's, how old is he? Like 13 or something. And he's already like getting into the fashion.
Getting mentioned in podcasts.
Wanting to
big up Wazza each and every time.
Wanting to actually start his own brand at such a young age. And like, I found that very inspiring.
I find it inspiring that he's taken the initiative to look at somebody else and then go, because it's so mad. Like when I look at the youths now, I think some of you lot actually know what you want to do, and that part of it scares me and part of it inspires me so much. The reason it scares me is because I think,
where was I when I was?
Like where was I? Like why was I not doing my thing proper? You know, and then you realize it's not about that. It's like, and then you feel inspired straight after. You're like, they need to do their thing. Like, we need to get them doing this. And that's why I even said to us, I was like, bro, come be my assistant, man. Come shoot for man.
No, it was good films.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff there, you want to give people opportunities. Like, this is why when we're saying work with your friends, it's not about just work with your friends so that they can get free stuff. It's like work with your friends, because otherwise you're going to give other people the opportunities that you can be working on with your peoples.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And bro, don't take it for granted either. If your peoples don't want to work with you, go work with some strangers. Go find some new friends, because those new people are going to help you differently. You know what I mean? There's 1,000 people
True.
that will look at your brand and go, wow.
Yeah.
And I think this, and this, and this, and you could add this and this.
Mm-hmm.
And my mum's a lawyer, she could even help you with.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times I've heard that from random strangers, bro? And that is lovely because they want to help. You know, they feel like they owe it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas your friends sometimes will feel like they're in that position in your life and they can stay there, they're comfortable and they don't need to add nothing to it. And that complacency is some bullshit. Get yourself some new friends. I mean,
No, but even with these guys, like, I'm really grateful that they decided to come on the podcast today. Like, I asked and they actually came. So I appreciate
you bringing us here because it's like we get to talk creatively about, you know what I mean?
Like, actually going through these questions that you asked me, like, also helps develop your brand itself.
No, 100.
Yeah.
Like how you would explain your brand to someone else. So like, that's
Thank you.
good.
All right, a few more questions. The next one is like, how do you stay motivated with so much competition? Because there is a lot of fashion brand competition. How do you stay motivated?
Well, they are competition, but don't think of it as competition.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You like have them like Kai's a brand, I'm a brand. We're not thinking as competition. We're helping each other.
Yeah.
So, and we might even come up with similar ideas. Like, don't let people come up with similar ideas as you and be like, oh, that's my idea. Like, bro, just do that better than them. Like, just do it better than them and prove it. And just
grab that idea and develop it into your own.
Because once you've done that, the only person that can be inspired is that person. Like, I should have. Why was I not doing it? Because you wanted to rush and you wanted to not. You know what I mean? That's where it's at. That's what I like most about this thing.
And the last question is, where can we buy some of your stuff? Please tell us. How?
So at the moment, I don't have a website, so it's just by direct messaging.
There will be a link.
Yeah, I will plug the Instagrams.
Just not putting.
Alright, so we've got Primrose Path and we have
Alchemisthues.
Yep. So I'll plug their brand down in the description box so you guys can reach out to them and purchase some things. And again, thank you both for being on here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Appreciate all the peoples.
See-